What's up, everyone? It's 2:30 in the morning. I just got home from a concert, and I thought today would be a perfect video to make when it comes to talking about plans. What is a plan, right? A plan is having something that's set forward for you, right? Some people like plans. Some people are very good with the flow, and they could say fuck off to a plan. But it's always a good idea to have a plan because without a plan, you have a piss poor performance. And I truly believe that. I have multiple routes that I could take right now, right? I just recently changed my major. I wanted to do the finance route. I was just going to get a job, get a well paying job, maybe work in the city, do corporate for a while. Like, that is a plan. It works. Is that something I want to do? No, it doesn't bring me happiness and joy because I'm not taking on a lot of risk. It's very standard. That was one plan I could have had. Another plan is what I'm doing now with having running two businesses, putting a lot of effort, a lot of time, a lot of money into that. If that doesn't work, I got plan a third plan, which is a backup plan, where I do work for another company, another corporation that I'm not going to disclose of, but it's another plan I have. And you watching this video need to have plans as well. I have long conversations with my family about, what do you want to be? What are you trying to do? And sometimes I tell them straight up, like, I don't know. I'm running with this plan right now. And if it doesn't work out, I'll do another plan. But you need to have plans set up. You need to have safety nets. You need to understand that by having a plan, you can move forward with whatever you're doing now with so much more confidence because you're not like, oh my God, my fucking back's against the wall. So many traders fail so early because they quit their job after, passing one eval. You haven't proved shit, okay? I got a payout and then didn't get a payout since because I thought I was the fucking man, right? I was like, oh, I'm gonna drop out of school. I'm gonna stop going to work. Like, it's okay to have a backbone. Having a backbone allows you to propel forward. And once you're propelling forward so far that, like, what you're doing on the side as a backbone isn't even a backbone anymore, it's not necessary. Then you take the training wheels off and you're like, all right, fine, I can fucking do this. But a plan is the same exact way. A plan is a backbone that gives you support to push forward with what you're doing now. I'm not saying you need to do shit that you don't want to do, but it's important that you plan shit out. What you're doing now, is that sustainable in 10 years? Yes or no? And if it is, then fuck, go after it. Chase after that shit like no tomorrow. Is it sustainable, you know, within 20 years? And if the answer is no, okay, well, maybe this is something you do for now. What are you going to do after that? A lot of people push that off, and I'm a type A person. I like to think this shit through. I like to think, okay, if this does fail, then what am I going to do after this? Right? I wouldn't use that as a self doubt, though. Don't use it as self doubt and think, fuck, you know, this isn't going to work out. I'm going to have to. No, no, no. Don't do that. I'm not saying that you need to doubt yourself and doubt what you're doing. Have trust and belief that you're going to make shit work out, but have a plan put into place. How are you going to start? How are you going to get it afloat? How are you going to handle it while you're actively in the cycle? And what's the end game? What's the end plan? You need to have goals. Goals are a plan. It's the same exact shit. Setting out goals is a plan. It's a master plan that you've created, right? You want to make 10K a month. Okay, how are you going to get that? I opened up my business. I started booking meetings. I started closing clients. Okay, now you have 10K a month. Then what? Then you start hiring more people. You start getting people to work for you. So you buy back your time. Okay, now your time is bought back and now you have a team. How am I going to scale? Then you infiltrate other sectors. You start selling to other. Do you get what I'm trying to say? There's plans. You need to have a plan, steps, goals. You need to fucking think this shit through before you just act and do whatever. Because if you do that, you're gonna have a piss poor performance. Why are you doing this? Is it for the money or is it because you actually want to better yourself? And if it's because you want to better yourself, how the fuck do you expect to actually better yourself if you don't have a plan? You need to have a plan. So write this shit out. I have journals and journals of plans that I write out. Journals and journals of steps and sequences where, what I have to do tomorrow. What is that one thing? I got shit I got to do tomorrow. I have contracts I need to finalize. I have payment links I need to set up. I have shit that I'm doing tomorrow. So I can close this client that's coming up next week. Like, do things for a reason. Don't just fucking do shit to do shit. Do shit for a reason. Have a plan. Figure it out. Write it out. Think what is gonna benefit me tomorrow, and is that work I'm putting in, you know, right now, is that gonna benefit me next week? Is it gonna benefit me next month? What can I do in the next week that can benefit my month? What can I do this month that can benefit my year? What am I gonna do this year that's gonna benefit my life? Like, think this shit through. Right? You have a lot of time on your plate throughout the day to think about this kind of shit. So write it out, figure out what you need to get done in that day, set up a plan, create those goals, start little, just do your day. What are things that you want to get completed in your day, and how is that going to benefit you for the week? And how is that week going to benefit you for the future? Very simple. All of you are capable of doing that, and if you say you're not, then you're being a pussy and you're a liar. And because everyone can do that. Can you pick up a pencil? Yes. Do you have access to paper? Yes. Get to fucking work. Write down the shit that you need to get done and have a plan. You know, having a backup plan isn't a terrible idea. I wouldn't put all your chips in it and think like, oh my god, this is gonna fail. I'm gonna have to do my backup plan. But it's important to know, you have opportunities everywhere you look, but work your ass off in what you're trying to complete. If you want plan A to work, then fucking do the work and plan it accordingly, and don't half-ass bullshit it because you're already thinking it's gonna fail and you're gonna revert to your backup plan. Don't do that. Go all in, get after it, and your goal is to get a piece of paper and a pencil and fucking write down these goals. All right.